I stopped myself from doing something so diabolical. I stopped myself from crashing out. I stopped myself from just repeating a pattern of insanity, and I'm very proud of myself for that. However, I understand where it came from. I'm not gonna lie, I did not get up for London this morning. I could give you a million excuses, but I went to bed super late and I just didn't get up. I actually got up on time and laid right back down, and that annoyed me because I didn't even open my laptop. Least I could have did was open my laptop. And for me to get up at like what 5:30, 5:45, and to see the price did what I wanted it to do when I was down here for Asian session last night. It put an emotion in me of frustration because I know better. I know that I have to get up, and I didn't. So with that being said, when I did get up, like I said, price was exactly where I wanted it to be at the TP already, and I had such an urge to chase my trade, and I didn't, because I told myself, if you would have gotten up when you were supposed to, we wouldn't even be here right now. If you would have went to sleep when you were supposed to, you wouldn't even be here right now. Granted, I was up late for important reasons, but that's still, I'm still on a mission right now, especially with me trading so small. You okay? With me trading so small, it's like, I'm really on the all licks, all 26, and I missed the opportunity for a beautiful trade, and it made me feel some type of way, but I refused to chase it because I'm like, I'm not going to just forfeit what I did this week just because I'm upset, because I'm in my feelings, because my emotions are running heavy. That's exactly what happens, and I didn't. So, mind you, after that, literally on the way to work, I was just watching, looking at the chart. I am driving, but literally in standstill traffic. And the urge came over me again to set a limit right at my order block. And when I tell y'all I was going to do it, I literally, every time, it's so crazy how close I get to doing something and I back out because I know better. And I'm so glad. Granted, had I chased my trade, it definitely would have hit my TP, but what good would that have come out of? I would not have felt good. I mean, yeah, I won the trade, but I would not have felt good about it because I broke my rule to do it. So after I ignored chasing my trade, I seen another opportunity present itself. But I'm on the way to work. I don't trade at work. I can't do that. And like I said, I'm very glad that I stopped myself, because had I not stopped myself, even though the trade played out, it would have took me out the trade first. It literally went, my stop loss is at 50 ticks. It literally went to 72 ticks and then went straight to my TP. It would have been a lose-lose situation. So it's like, this is why I say you can't break your rules, because the two rules that I didn't break back to back, had I broke that first rule and chased that trade, I 100% would have broke the trading at work rule, which would have, it wouldn't have took away all the profit from the trade that I won from chasing. But it's like I said, it's a lose-lose situation, because yeah, I won the trade from chasing, but then I lost the trade from trading at work. And don't get me wrong, it does low-key suck sitting here and looking at the chart. And hold on, buddy, almost done. Okay, give me 1 minute, buddy. Sorry, it's just me and the boy, and I'm not about to edit that and take that out. It definitely sucked for me to sit here and write out my journal, write out my notes for today, and to see that I had two beautiful trades that could have played out. Now, granted, if I was at home, it's not even, if I was at home, like if today was my day off, technically it wouldn't have been me chasing the trade because I had another entry to get in. But I would have just waited until price hit my order block, and I would have moved accordingly. And that would have been at least the one trade that I would have gotten today. So it's just so important for you to follow your rules, even whenever breaking your rules is going to get you the results that you want. Because it might get you the result that you want right then. But I tell y'all time and time again, it is so easy for you to fall down that rabbit hole of breaking your rule, and then the whole trading book gets thrown out the window, and now you're all upset because you done took a loss that you was not supposed to take. It feels good whenever you have a win that you shouldn't have been in the first place, but it's something about breaking your rules that literally will sit with you, and it'll take over if you let it. Then you'll think that it's always okay. Oh Lord, something's going on with my family. And you just can't let that happen, because it is so easily, it's so easily for you to get degenerate. You can get diabolical with your account. And whether it is a live account that you put your own money in, or a funded account, or a demo account, I don't care. Yeah, even if it's a demo account, you have to be so careful. You have to be strategic. You need to be doing everything how you're supposed to be doing it. That's really it. Like, yes, I was upset because I didn't get up like I was supposed to, and I've been getting up, and it's so crazy because I've had plenty of moments like this whenever I was trading Forex, when it's like I get up for London, I get up for London, I get up for London, and literally nothing is happening. It's consolidating the entire time. And the one day that I don't get up for London, that's when price goes. That's why I say you have to show up every day. Yeah, you might not be able to do anything. Yeah, it might take a little while to do what it needs to do, but I promise you, if you show up every day, your opportunities will present themselves. So it's on some, I knew better. Even though I was very tired, I could have pushed through. Now, granted, I don't necessarily like doing that, because, you know, that's whenever you hit that sleep trade and you really not locked in like you're supposed to. But I would have been more proud of myself for actually getting up in London, even if I was too sleepy to really focus in or lock in, or not up enough to get in right at my points. At least I got up and I showed up, and I was still able to take the trade. And I know from me missing that trade opportunity and not getting up, it gave me the inkling that I wanted to chase, that I know the market is going to do this. And it's like, granted, yeah, I did know, even the trade that I didn't chase, I literally had the TP going to this order block, and it went, and then it went down some more, and then it's like, then I had another inkling to get in off the order block, and it would have taken me out, but it still went to where I needed it to go to. So that's why I'm just saying, like, this is what I be talking about when I say, like, you know but you don't know. Yeah, I was correct in both ways, but in the second trade, I wouldn't have been correct in my stop loss, and that would have been my dead set stop loss. It wouldn't have been oh, I'm gonna move it here, I'm gonna move it there. Like, no. Like that's what gets me in trouble so many different times. Now, I could have, like I said, if I was at home and I was actually able to sit here and watch it and dissect it, I would have been able to get in at a better price point. So I wouldn't have had to worry about, price taking me out, or price hit my stop loss. That's why I say you make a plan, you follow it to the T, you carry on, you continue, you start over the next day, every single day. And yeah, life gets in the way, things happen, but you have to maneuver the best you can. You have to. Every day is not going to be perfect. You're not going to catch a trade every single day. Some days you're going to show up and it's going to give you every signal, every sign, every confirmation, every piece of information that you need for it to sell. And then it just ends up buying up. It be like that sometimes. But that's those days that you have to charge it to the game. You have to take a hit on the chin and keep it pushing. That's why you don't over leverage. That's why you don't over trade, so you can preserve your capital, so you can preserve your mental capital, so you can think clearly. Because if you're sitting there worried about the account's dwindling away, like this and this is going on, you can't focus on price good enough to do what you need to do. It's really that simple, and that it sucks, but what are you going to do? Are you going to trade or you're not going to trade? Are you going to get through it or you're not going to get through it? So that's really all I got. Like I said, I'm proud of myself for it. You okay? I'm almost done, Pop.
Mommy.
Yes, baby. Okay. Okay, I'm about to change it. Clearly, like I said, I'm with the boy, and he wants my attention, but you know, work still got to get done. But anyways, like I was saying, I'm proud of myself from stopping myself from breaking my rules, and at the same time, you know, I'm giving myself grace because I did have a lot going on last night, but at the same time, I know better. I know I have to show up and show out every single day, even whenever. I don't care if London was literally at a standstill, moving back and forth, consolidating within 10 ticks all week. That one day that you don't show up for your session, that one day that you don't lock in, that one day that you miss that opportunity. And that's what I'm saying. That's when stars really align in your favor. And even though I would have only had a 100-tick move, this could have been a day that I could have, well, not could have left a runner because I'm only trading with one contract. But you know what I'm saying? It could have been a day for a potential runner. Or it could have been a day that I could have moved my stop loss and profit. Like, it's so many different things that could have happened, but it didn't. So, and that came from breaking my rules, and then that came from not breaking my rules. So be so locked in on your plan that you it's inevitable for you to win. So that's all I got. Let me get up out of here because the boy is getting a little antsy and we about to go upstairs. Clearly, you can hear him. He's not feeling the best. So, but that's all I got. Troop shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all for locking in with the kid. I appreciate all the YouTube stuff that y'all doing. Thank y'all for supporting me and rocking with me. And like I said, I hope that you are growing along this journey right along with me. Hopefully, like I've been saying for a year. Actually, the channel just hit a year on the 17th, and that was pretty cool. And I didn't even realize it, but I hope that y'all are catching something. I hope that something resonates with somebody somewhere. That's really all I can hope for. Even if this video only gets one view. So, and even if it gets none, at least somewhere down the line, somebody's going to hear it. So, that's really all I got. More blessed, less stress, all licks 26. And you can't get all licks if you don't show up like you're supposed to. Do yourself a favor and show up for yourself. It's your girl TP Tab. I'm out.